Alright. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream here on VRML Channel 1. I'm Palidore. Here in the late night NA Prime 10 AU / OCE / NZ / JP. And the morning time here for our EU folk, or actually maybe early afternoon for EU. That's right on the edge of that, I think. So, yeah, we are a 24/7 league, of course. So I am 24/7 Adore right here, casting with you guys on this channel. So, welcome to it. Got Damasu VRML in there, as well as Mocha J. Lucky to have you as well. So, I'm kind of anticipating this one because now SoFreeVR is one of those teams that I've been able to stream a handful of times now these last couple of weeks. For last Centurions, a team I'm familiar with, suffice to say, but I have not been able to stream them as of yet this season. It's been all too long, unfortunately. So, getting more of these OCE games here in the late night, so I'm happy to see last Centurions, and I know it's been a couple months, but I'm expecting some good things, some great things, in fact. So over on that blue side for last Centurions, we got Clean Mike, Luigi Logic, Dazflyer, Shadow Rainer, and Tipu. Of course, for both teams, they have their full 5 in the game at the moment, but once they ready up, I'm sure they'll drop the 5th, don't you worry. Just warm-ups. For SoFreeVR side, they have Dazzy. Oh, uh-oh. I'm remembering what Pamwow told me yesterday. We were streaming, but now I'm confused. I can't remember now if it's Dazzy or Daisy. Phonetics tells me it's probably Dazzy. Dazzy Hazzy, but then Logic tells me it's probably Daisy Hazy, but at the same time. I don't know, it's like left brain versus right brain. What makes more sense? What I see or what I feel? Anyway, Great White also on this team, Zane and Outback Blaze. So good to see SoFreeVR back in the stream. I think this may be my 3rd or 4th stream of them in the last couple of weeks here. Let's see. Yeah, this will be my 3rd stream of them. So, yeah, cool stuff, cool stuff. Up to Seb Shreds. Fresh cut. Thanks, I think? I don't know if that's a sarcasm or an actual compliment or not. I mean, I don't know. I've done nothing with it. I'm trying to soon, but at the moment, really, it's just been like, what, 3 months since I got a haircut. Last time I got one was right before the little Redshift Community Land, the Contenders series back at the end of June. Usually my haircuts the last 4 years, to be perfectly honest, align with the LAN events for Echo or any kind of group gathering for Echo players and stuff. Otherwise, the rest of the year, no fresh cuts for me. But either way, appreciate that. I might get a cut soon. Yeah, I might get some shreds on my own, of my own. Go extra short next time, just so I don't have to bother with it. All right, that said, these players are fresh, and they are from a very nice cut. High level of talent. I'm expecting some goodness, some greatness even. Although, as I say that, we do get it readied up, but it looks like, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, maybe an accidental team switch at the end. Hate to see it. Happens to the best of us, though, doesn't it? So, a momentary pause, perhaps. Momentary. But I think we're good to go. And indeed. Okay, so, round 1, about to start. Thanks for joining me here. I am Palidore once more for VR Master League. Manning the cameras, manning the casting the Mannings, and Tipu, well, they're planning to score here first if they can off the joust. Last Centurions now, the debut stream for them here this season on VRML. Clean Mike, first score. Might as well. So Clean Mike and Tipu, good to see them back returning here. Familiars on the stream, and Clean Mike also an occasional popper inner in the Twitch chat. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. So, SoFreeVR on the first launch offensively for them will be Great White with the QB duties, just waving at the stack, trying to bait them in before the pass off to the midfield, actually intercepted by Clean Mike. It takes that bounce off the cloud. So, a turnover. Centurions are going to be able to capitalize, or at least will try. Clean Mike attempting that pass over to that opposite lane will be picked off the wall. Luigi Logic to Shadow Rainer. Shadow up that floor from the boots. Just juggling around that opponent and right into the pocket. The underarm softball type fling. And the 4th point for Last Centurions to start things off. Just 1 minute in. Efficient scoring so far for them. And pretty good work up the floor. But back to SoFreeVR with Great White, this time dodging said stack, turning around to grab and try and contest. Good discipline, actually. Very good discipline from Great White to cause some trouble on that stack, and this will at least enable SoFree to maintain possession. Dazzy and Ko and Zane get that disc. But all the defenders back into that bubble area now, as Shadow is able to cause some trouble, but not before Dazzy's able to convert the 2 points. So first score off of that slapper. Nicely done from SoFreeVR. Now for those here tuning in this late night, well, I guess depending on where you're from again, keep in mind as well, we do have a venue show later on in the day. Right about, let's see, 8 hours from now. So do the math, I do suppose. A little bit less than 8 hours from now, we'll be on venues. Of course, we'll be on VRML Twitch, the YouTube, the Facebook, all that good stuff. Yes, that's right, the Facebook. As Zane puts that through on a takeaway, a steal, and then to the other side, they have a chance to tie or take a lead in this early match. Great White's attempting to collect it, grabbing it, then backing it out. Great White, a gentle, casual pass almost, as Clean Mike will clean up. And Outback getting stunned, losing that disc to now Tipu's possession. Tipu into the midfield. That's going to sail right into the trap. Now Shadow Rainer, uh-oh. Either the chillest player in OCE right now, or the crashiest player. Either way, that's not good news for Last Centurions. Looks like they're going to be at the numbers disadvantage, and for SoFreeVR, well, gotta press it. Unfortunate situation, but they need to punish this if they can, and recognize the fact that it is a number situation. So if they do lose possession here, but if they get it back, gotta keep in mind that this means by default there's always going to be 1 or 2 people open at the same time for those passes. So SoFreeVR would definitely be in their best interest to press and be extra aggressive here, knowing that for Last Centurions, they're not going to be able to get too many of those speedy stacks. You disable 1 player, and it might be okay. As I say that, Shadow, maybe not a crash so much as just, I don't know, DoorDash ringing the doorbell. Do they have DoorDash in Australia? Well, regardless. Shadow, I think, back in the match. Hopefully not a shadow of his former self. You see the teammates, I think, for Centurions, they're just stalling back there, kind of waiting for Shadow to potentially get back in the mix. So really stalling it out, but in the meantime, they're still going to get that score, 3v4. Tipu to Clean Mike. Anxiously awaiting the turn, the return, I should say. Oh no! And as I say that, well, a crash after all, or maybe just a leave. So it seems like maybe some unknown situation happening in real life there. And it will result in the 3v4 after all. Well, ideally, they'll be able to get their 4th player back in, and in the meantime, yeah, timeout. I do suppose about halfway, or well, 4.5 minutes through this round, so approaching that. So going back to our venue stream that I was mentioning, we do have, again, in a little bit less than 8 hours from now, 7 hours, 50 minutes, so, you know, a lot of potential different regions tuning into these streams, so as opposed to trying to convert every time zone. I'll just give you the maths. Of course, you can check out vrmasterleague.com or vrml.com, that also works, /Echo Arena /matches, and you can see which matches I'm talking about that are planned for a little later in the day, converted to your time zone for your convenience. We'll have a lot of master matches actually in Europe that will be happening. Smash Dash Baby Phantoms, Team Gravity and Envy, Aj versus Hyperion, Clover versus Envy, Everest versus Aj. I mean, my. That's 5 master matches within about a 1.5 hour span. So 3 to 4 of those will be on venues, kind of depending on how the timing, the schedules play out there. But what isn't on venues will also get on VRML 1 at the same time. We should be able to swing that, no problem. QT Max redeeming the hydration. Well, thank you very much. I will hydrate to the max. Why not? Added a little spice to the mix this time, which is to say, as opposed to the usual cranberry that I've been drinking like an old person. Now I've got cran raspberry. Moving up in life. Keeping it fresh. Fresh as the cut. Right, Shreds? Eh? But, oh yeah, what's up to Hollow as well? I think I missed saying hello to you, but... hello, Hollow. By the by. Mr. Ali Leviosia. No more Shadow, it seems. Yeah, it might be... Oh, yeah, you're right. That's the case. So we do have 4 back in the game, but... A Shadow has fallen into the shade, and Daz Flyer, well, zipping into the round, it seems. And was on standby, no, because we saw before we even started the match, we had 5 players for either team kind of hanging out, chatting, and warming up. So they had someone prepared. Not sure what the situation is with Shadow, but hope all is well on that end. But nonetheless, taking advantage of these full rosters they are as Great White launches out over into that right lane. But right back on the pass, hitting Great White. Playing this patiently. Hello, saying sad because you no play. Well, I'm sorry about that, but I guess that makes the 2 of us, right? So you and I can both sit here and not play together. Luigi Logic with the disc, moving up the floor off this potential turnover, although struggled a little bit on this clear. So 3 players piling on the disc, making way for an angle on that shot. The goal was a little open there, but not able to punish too hard yet. A good pass slid through and off that backboard, trying to put the touch on it, but Daz Flyer denying and supplying that clear into the mid lane. Now, another take back though for SoFreeVR. They're going to have some opportunities at the clock. A long pass. The second one bit off on the connection. Saw the intention, but the receiver, Great White, had actually dove just as the pass was going out. But a great intercept coming in from Dazzy. Now Zane, another pass trying to slide it over to the left lane. Couldn't quite hit it though. And meanwhile, Zane also getting stunned. So Clean Mike with a grab on that disc. And it looks like the entire defense there for SoFreeVR, they all opt to just retreat and say, okay, you know, that offense, we couldn't get it going. Let's just try and rebound on the defense and get into position there. So Outback Blaze from Outback Steakhouse. Not actually, but maybe one day. Sponsored by. Trying to put on some heats. And grilling the opponents here on defense with those stuns. The Hollow in the chat also saying, okay, so yeah, cheering on SoFree, part of that aforementioned full roster these teams are rocking with and rolling with, trying to roll into a goal off a cut, unable to complete it. So a rebound by Zane, and Zane finds a clear. They can find their boost, which they do. They might have an opportune goal, and they do! It's Dazzy. It's Daisy. And they are back within 1 off of a nice goal, just 14 meters a second, 11 meters deep, but the defense was not able to regain control and get into that goal.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Luigi Logic on this launch. I know it's been a couple months, maybe a few months even since I've actually been able to cast Luigi. I know there's not been a lot of attempts yet on the goal necessarily, but I feel like a streak's been broken here. Usually within the first minute of action in every game, Luigi's always getting a great save. So maybe it'll come up right here though. Of course, glad to see Luigi still in the game and still rising up those ranks here in the Diamond Division now. SoFreeVR in the Platinum Division trying to make up some ground on their own right. They've been climbing and they've been impressing. And really that's the case for this entire region. So certainly in the second half of the season, you want to be in that mid-season form and you want to be at your peak basically, or at least getting there, as Luigi will roll it into that goal. Zane attempting to contest at the barrier, so another gentle pass. It was in the right place, but Clean Mike was in fact stunned out. Outback doing a good job defensively there, so a few forced haphazard passes will kind of roll around that goal, but that one just perfectly led Daz Flyer to Clean Mike. Dazzling. My goodness. So 8-5, they're up by a few points. I think for SoFree's end, that may, as we see the replay here, indeed, I think that may have been a diveable pass. I know I harp on it sometimes, but SoFreeVR playing well and keeping right up with him so far. In that particular juncture, though, perhaps one of those where a dive, whether it was on the disc or whether it was on the receiver, either or, could have definitely staved off that points. Yes, this is no OCE. In Diamond and Platinum division. Centurions in in Diamond, excuse me, SoFree in Platinum. And with that, Clean Mike seeing if they can lay it in. They will. Tipu getting assisted by Clean, that is, and they're up double now, 10-5. Got some comfort now, a little bit of buffer in this last minute of play. Would take a couple of very quick goals for SoFreeVR, so provided at last Centurions don't give up the disc too much if they do happen to get it back, or otherwise don't allow any threes, they should be fine the rest of this way, but still a pretty close round on the whole. Pass over to Zane, who ducks just below the defender and the bow tie, so very well dressed. See if they can address this goal. It's a big numbers opportunity, and there you are, Luigi, and there you are, Daz Flyer, getting in the saves after all. So it wasn't the first minute of play that I got the Luigi Logic save, it was the last minute. But you know what? A save is a save is a save. And SOS definitely coming in from a couple of players there on last Centurions. Denying a couple scoring attempts that looked really good. Could have been clean. There was some nice passes and numbers advantages, but you know, anytime you're going up against that kind of defense inside the goal against Centurions, I mean, gotta throw in even an extra pass or a few jukes or shot fakes, things like that, because man, oh man, can they defend. So with that, into the first round score screen. Courtesy of the good folk at IgniteVR.gg and the Spark application, to be specific. Hello to Cedric. Nice day. Yeah, nice day, nice night, nice morning. I do believe we have the presence of North Americans in here, Europeans, as well as Australians, and SoFreeVR, if I'm not mistaken. Were they one of the Japanese teams? I think they were. I don't want to commit to that though. Let me make doubly sure. Could be wrong. I might be wrong. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. That I'm wrong. I don't know why I thought that. Well, especially because unlike with the Japanese teams, which much love to them, but I can never pronounce the names cleanly, and it always makes me feel self-conscious. So don't mind me. It's late at night. It's like 3 a.m. So my head's not in it. But my excitement certainly is. Of course, Outback Blaze was one of the players we've been seeing in the Twitch chat now and then, having some fun with that name. Boo, who I just saw the other day as well in our cast of SoFreeVR. I think for the first time. This is my third cast for SoFree. First cast for Centurions, but getting a lot more of the OCE matches in lately. So all good stuff. And also, how to pronounce, speaking of name pronunciations, is it Nuthal? Not Nuthal? Let me know. Appreciate the love. Right back at you. Oh boy. Again with the name pronunciations. You know, I'm gonna learn all these. I need to make some notes. Guyan, yeah? Oh boy. I'm so sorry. It's any consolation. People get my my real life last name anyways wrong all the time. My first name's relatively easy, but my last name is never all that easy to pronounce in real life. For that matter, even Palidore, you'd be surprised how many people get that one wrong sometimes. Anyways, Clean Mike in this second round. We'll get the disc and actually lose it out here. Back into the midfield, that'll bounce high and rebounded by Dazzy. So on a stun on a Luigi Logic, an attempted stun will at least distract and detract enough from those defensive instincts to get them the goal on SoFreeVR. Dazzy doing the work. Oreo Dog asking me to drink some water. Does cranberry raspberry count? I'll take a big old gulp of that right now. Nut Howl. Gotcha. Cool, cool, cool. I mean, water's good. Water's good. But everything else is just better. I can't go without my taste and my sugar, I suppose. That said, let's see if they can pour some sugar into this goal. Not to make a callback from the stream the other night with Pamwell there, but, you know, spoonful of sugar and all that good stuff. Let's see. Will this shot be going down? Dazzy on this drive. Nope, the save from Tipu. Almost baited that shot, it looks like, because Tipu was kind of inside that goal and then swung in to nab it out of there the last second. So, not sure if that might have been a bait either or. Good save. Centurions have had a few of those now across the last few minutes, extending to the end of round 1. Cedric saying, breathe, Palidore, breathe. I don't need to breathe. What do you think I am, human? Hard to breathe when the action is this fast-paced, this tight-knit, and wow, woven to the goal. Tipu, oh, almost got that, but it will be dived and grabbed right back. So the saves, the defense was on point, and yet, right back at them with the regrabs. It will kill you. It will kill you. But well done for SoFreeVR. This is the start they needed, suffice to say. So with that, into the arms of last Centurions as they roll out on the offense once more. It's Tipu with the push up the floor. That pass perfectly placed, but a good save, great save in fact, showing that they've got the defensive chops there for Dazzy. And wonderfully done as a backwards fling. Ooh, intercepted. And Dazzy now trying to get that through and also swing around on that defender, trying to brawl out. Outback Blaze, the carryover effect into the back lane. Some good defense. Clean Mike was being aggressive enough, but now recognizing, okay, they've gotten deep enough. I'm going to retreat into the goal. I'm going to get my stat going. And they're going to press up on this one. Lovely job on the passing and the defense equally so. The lane's very well covered, and yet the offense very well spaced. They're going to get this rebound, and they're going to have those angles. 2 at the right side, good coverage. Outback Blaze, oh, that's tough. Lost the arm at the end, looks like doing some great harm, and they had a chance, but that will sail out of there as well from a few meters. Another pick and a pop. Let's see if that shot does drop. Around it goes, 6-0. SoFreeVR. So far, so good. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Very, very well done. And, hey, early on, we're looking at potential round 3 already. Of course, still plenty of time to go, but oh my goodness, almost a turnover there. You can definitely sense that tangible rhythm shift, that momentum shift, where one team, you see those jousts even, some of these passes just not working out quite as cleanly. There's another one, right? And when teams get out of sorts, you start seeing those passes, those clears just bouncing around a little bit more than they intend, and some of the unforced errors coming out. And for the other team, things seemingly can't go wrong. So for last Centurions, they have that 1-round win to buffer a bit. But they definitely want to clean up a little here, as Clean Mike will pick it up. The goalie diving out, the dodge, broke the ankles once and twice, and 2 in the goal for Mike. Check 1-2. That was exactly what they needed. Palidore, sorry, for what? Oh, speaking of a name mishap, I didn't even realize that you typed my name wrong. But see, exactly what I was saying. Sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's on accident. For now, I am Palidore, and right down to the goalie door, it's Tipu. And as I say that the momentum had been shifting, well, guess what? It shifted right back. And so goes the waves of Echo Arena. Sane Jukes indeed, says Nuthowl. And Shot Cam Pan. Any relation to the cam that I know, or is this another cam? Or another shot, another pan? No jokes, no deadpan. That said, Luigi Logic can play some defense in there. Has the goal covered off again, needs to get it, will do so right on cue. Thank you, Luigi, you just made me look good. You, however, you always look good on the defensive end. Outback Blaze getting taken out. And the disc taken out just as well. Tipu pushing up the floor. They do have some numbers if they press this, it looks like. And that said, maybe not so much. I mean, the defenders were out of the goal. They could have had that breakaway goal, which might have been there, but you know, I don't blame them actually for backing it out. Probably a smarter avenue at this juncture. It is a close game after all, and you want to take care of that disc and get the highest available shots. So with that, it's going to be Luigi Logic, a soft one over to Daz Flyer, but Daz was actually stunned out. Tipu with that disc now has to avoid Boo, and well, boo-hoo, Clean Mike doing what he does, what he do, and that is another 2 off of the jukes. Breaking ankles left and right, and guess what? They have righted this ship to the tune of a 1-point lead after being down 6-0. That is a turnaround of 7.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So man, I guess the Caster's Curse does live on for at least a little bit. I've been having some great fortune with avoiding the Caster's Curse, but ever since I said we could be eyeing round 3, well, look at this run that they're putting on. That said, if they can score here, they'll bring it ever the more close, but no, ever the more defensive is Luigi Logic again. As I said, against a goalie like him, you almost have to put in some sort of juking or at least those shot hesitations. You know, you cannot have a telegraphed throw into the goal. Either want to walk that in and maybe get a dunk attempt, something like that, an alley-oop attempt. But if you're shooting that for more than just 4 or 5 meters out, and you're not putting in some extra maneuvers into that shot, and extra wind-ups or, you know, kind of awkward release points, he's gonna read that consistently, and that's been the case the last year now of VRML.
Clears it out.
That said, it is stuck a little bit on this side of the floor. They'll finally get it out of there. 3 players, make that 2 players latched on for SoFree. Able to get it back. Now, Dazzy needs to be careful. Does have a defender in tow, but meanwhile, that sails right back into the trench. See, in the deep back line, Luigi's still kind of playing back there. Certainly not wanting to give up any extra points until they have secured their offensive push. And not only that, but get that reset. It is a risky thing, of course, to do those back passes and keep it on this side of the floor for all too long. Because one bad pass, and that goal is going to be exposed for a potential 3-pointer, so they definitely have to be precise. Because otherwise, what did I say? There's the turnover, and here is the potential 3-pointer about to go in. No! Missing that goal, but they'll still get it back and score nonetheless. They're up by 1 again. Wow, what a match this was. Now, the missed opportunity in both of these teams making me look like a prophet at the moment with what I'm saying out there. But look, the turnover and, man, could be super costly. Cedric saying, thanks for the energy, even if I don't understand. Oh, who, me or someone else? Oh, and shot cam, okay, a VFX reference. Gotcha. I don't know, I was just, we have a very acclaimed and famed player, you know, Cam Jam G here in the OCE. Always a pleasure to see, but that said, shot cam pan, I'll give you here's a shot, and here's a cam pan, just for you. Of course, that was horrible framing, because where's the disc? Oh, there it is. Okay, so Tipu with it, sending it over to Luigi in the midfield, manning that back line. Oh, that pass maybe miscommunicated a little bit, so less than 30 seconds remaining. They can take a victory here, but trying to aim for that closure, and oh, a big closure there. Defensive stopper, put a cork in it. Great White. That was a shark there in that zone, and they are in the zone, maybe in an opportune moment to put this one away, either with just playing keep away or one more score. There it is, a 3-pointer just dinging off the post. Only 5 seconds left, so barring any Hail Marys, we will be hailing a cab into the 3rd round right about now. Excellent. What a round, and by the skin of their teeth and by the needle of a thread. Yeah, that's a phrase. It's SoFreeVR able to have success and force the 3rd round up and coming. Gotta love it. Alrighty. Well, pleasant. Anytime we can get that. And for the guys in Twitch chat, everyone joining, again, thank you very much. Hydration earlier on from Oreo Dog, as well as QT Max. My almost gone raspberry, cran raspberry, yeah. Like I said, I'm upgrading in life. Used to be just cranberry, and now I'm putting a little raspberry in it. Soon enough, it'll be cran ras blueberry. I am bougie. All right, with that though, what an entertaining round this has been, hasn't it? Love to see it. Okay, so yeah. Credit to the stats there. Again, IgniteVR.gg, which should be, as of today, I know we've been, for a few days there, we were having some statistics troubles, but what did I tell you guys yesterday? You know, Ignite works fast. Franz works fast, so stats should be good and fixed today, I do believe. So back to the Twitch chat there. Yeah, it's people calling out some of the clean plays. Yeah, backboard blaze. So yeah, the thing with Outback Blaze is that does Outback like the backboards? Is he one of those players like in NA we have two distinct players come to mind with that. QL Young, who not currently playing right now, but otherwise has been a master tier player ever since the beginning of VRML and extending towards, you know, the last few years. Love the backboard shot. Or Callan, who plays for Hivemind. Also stellar player, who is also extremely good at those backboard shots. And very well known for them. Do I still play on a team? Unfortunately, because I am on the VRML board, I am not allowed new. I do get in some occasional private matches, usually in the off-season, or, you know, scrim substitutes and whatnot, but yeah, as a VRML board member specifically, I can't be on a VRML team competitively. Conflict of interest and all that, you know? So alas, I just have to sit here, you know, reminiscing on the days of old, casting the teams of new, and playing with my Echo Arena branded fidget spinner. Heavy duty. It's not a plastic one either. This is nice and hefty. Alright. That said, the third round is coming along here in just a second, so I will redirect you guys to it. Let's go. 10 more minutes. Also, yeah, have fun. Not how. I'm assuming you're probably already gone by now, but yeah, have fun. Echo's where it's at. If you're in the stream, if you're in the game, if you're in the chat, doesn't really matter. If you're part of this community, you know it's a good thing. It's a special thing. So enjoy that. I'm going to continue enjoying this, especially with the rest of our few dozen viewers that are hanging out with me. Will be Dazzy Hazzy, a quick duck, a quick pass, quicker finish, out back from the backboard in a blaze. And maybe that is what chat was implying. I also see Silent in there. Welcome to the stream. And well, you know, not every game, not every game goes to one's liking. I've had those days too. it will happen. That said, Shadow Rainer with well, leaving the defender, I guess, in the dust there. Potentially, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Maybe miscommunication. They're trying to get some stacks, but struggling to get back to the forward line. So again, might be a number situation. Just a one-on-one in the goal, perhaps, going in and trying again. Clean Mike has gone to that well a few times with some success. You see all those jukes being put. This time, much more of a simple walk-in goal. And they are dining like a walk-in diner, I suppose. Bring out the soggy bunnings. I'm hungry. But yeah, as the case may be, QT, you know, so I'm not, yeah, I'm not playing Echo competitively, but the way I always look at it here as a caster now, the last couple of years of VRML, I get to be on 400 teams instead of only one, so it's a winning role just the same. Also, cheers to Amlock for the hydration redemption as well. I will take a fat gulp here, right in the next score. Believe me, I probably do need it. And I might just have to drink the water. Oh boy. Alright, so Dazzy up the floor. Little pass fake. Oh, the Dusty. That was nasty. And trying to get it on the pocket shot off a jump shot as well. Dazzy putting in some moves. But you know what? That defense able to brawl and save it at the end of the day. So well done on their end, but make no mistake, not to be confused with well done steak, but we're going back into the Outback Steakhouse. It's 4-2 to Outback Blaze House. Nicely done, and a lead right back for SoFree. I love it when the words come together the right way. I didn't know for sure who that next pass was going to, but I was hoping it was going to be Outback Blaze, just for the sake of the symmetry. Alright, so Luigi Logic. All these players, really. Like I said, I'm a profit tonight, almost. Of course, any of these matches, they're always profit. They're cash. I love them. These round threes have been so frequent for me lately, the overtimes and such. I mean, we had a couple of those on venues for North America early on in the day, and that said, making a play on the goal, tying it up again, Luigi to Tipu, and kind of a walk-in in their own right. So for both teams now benefiting off of, well, actually, no, for last Centurions, both their goals, I should say, have been kind of walk-ins where one player is able to get loose and just go in right on the goal. So we'll see if this factor continues playing out as Great White jousts out over to Dazzy in that right tunnel. A quick Matador type of move. And a grab right back. Two-man game, passing in between that stack. What you need to do, putting in the brakes, a bit risky holding on to it there for sure, but that bounce, a nice discipline from Outback to stay in the same place, the right place. Boo trying to put that in the right place, and right into the goal it goes. Wonderfully done by Great White. Where that Luigi was in the zone, might have had the hand closer to the rim, which is a smart place to put it, the smart prediction. So what did Great White do? Use the full extension of the arm to kind of hit that pocket as close as they can get to the pocket, and because of that, managed to get it past that goalkeeper there, which is not an easy feat. So a 2-point advantage. We are still kind of in the, well, midway point about in the last decisive round. I talked about those walk-in goals being a factor. Is it going to happen again is the question. Tipu regaining the balance, looking for that pass, and alas, it will be the goal. 6 apiece, all tied up in a super competitive match. I can see precisely why this match had a double-digit amount of hype votes on the VRML website. People wanting to see this one streamed. And yeah, proving that people are indeed right. So, Great White, again, waving over to the stack. Either that or maybe directing the traffic. One way or the other, though. They're looking good, looking fine. Great White trying to play this patiently. Some clean passes between them as Boo now sends it over to the Echo logo, where Outback Blaze waits on that corner. Another pass, a bit tough, not a clean line of sight, but Dazzy with a spin around, trying to readjust and maneuver around these two players if they can. Outback Blaze lining it up, and Outback to the top, and grab back by Boo. 8-6, 2-point lead. Both teams now are just trading goals. 2-point goals, one for the other.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Approaching the 4-minute mark now in this third round. All right, Luigi, Logic there rolling out, getting stunned in the process. Now some of these players, these defenders being left by. Tipu, they'll have that cross. It's going to be a tough one. They got to get it going, though. And, oh, the dive. And maybe another one of those. Uh-oh. That is indeed an L, ladies and gentlemen. But that said, trying to give them some hell. No, couldn't make the goal. It will be off and rebounded by Tipu. Tipu, though, being stunned out by Great White. The crash is real, and that is unfortunate, especially in the last third of the game. That said, trying to punish off of it. That pizza slice angle. Oh, too much strength on that, and that is going to sail right by. So Blue, last Centurions, they need to get back and recognize that they may be down on a number, on a player, but they are not actually out of this play. Could very well have had a scoring opportunity there potentially, but they were kind of delayed in that mid-line for a while as it does sail a few different directions. Desperation mode for Centurions, though. They really need to get that fourth player, whether... I mean, they have, again, that full roster. It doesn't matter who it is, but they need a fourth back in there soon. Otherwise, it's going to be painful, especially in this latter portion of the round. So there we go. We got the disc back, and for them, we just got to look at, again, the silver lining and saying they haven't been scored on yet. Not a problem. For SoFreeVR, it's the same kind of case. You know, they're not able to punish yet is a thing, and they need to be. But they know they have a 2-point lead right now. They're saying, we got to execute. We have to know there's going to be 1 or 2 players open for a pass somewhere because of this situation. I mean, look, you have one who's going to be sitting in the goal. Therefore, you're going to have like 2 open passes somewhere. So SoFreeVR, they have not been able to capitalize yet, and they really, really need to here, recognizing those numbers. But it is just getting all kinds of chaotic and clustered up as a tapper from Dazzy will be picked off by Clean Mike. So they are definitely holding things strong at the moment. Now Boo into the pass, into Outback Blaze, and going in for a 4-point lead. Backboard blazing ahead for the 4-point advantage. We are late in this round now, less than 2 minutes. Important hit there. As the joust advantage now going back to Centurions, and they're down 4 in a very tough situation. Chat pointing out that they may have a right to use their technical timeout here. There was some of that earlier on. So it's a very tough situation for sure. Not one you love to see, but they are executing this very well on this rollout. That perfectly placed pass. They're still not out of it yet. Shadow Rainer now is back in the game. So momentarily they'll be back in full force. They still have some time. Clean Mike the dive and keeping them alive in this final round. Final minute just about. That is such a crucial hit for Clean Mike, who has been spectacular here all match long with those crafty, clever maneuvers. And look at that, only a 2-point disadvantage. This game is not over. It's right back to a 4v4 and a correct burnt sausage. This is indeed the 3rd decisive round. Oh, a turnover here. This could be huge. Maybe a tie on the way. Yes, it's a ding left, a ding right. Cannons firing, and it's a 10-point tie. We may be going to the overtime soon. That is such a huge turnover that happened right there at the nest off that joust. Unbelievable. Will it happen again is the question. There they come. And there they go. All right, folks, no matter what, we're getting something clutch. Something big. It's Boo distributing. Right past the arms, some stuns taken back by Dazzy into the goal, and the victory is gonna be the way of SoFree. Right at the end of the game, in the clutch. What a huge hit. It is done. Fantastic match that was, though. Wow, I am thrilled that we got to stream that one. Good look on the hype votes there. We told you, we pay attention to those things on the match page. And boy, oh boy, SoFreeVR just completed the upset. Unbelievable. What a match that was. And I say upset, I mean, again, both these teams super strong, but in terms of division, last Centurions in the diamond, so technically ranked higher, the 7-6 record now after this win, or after this loss. And for SoFreeVR, look at that, 9-5. Look, that's a team that's on the rise. They have 4 more wins than losses, and they just went up against their perhaps one of their tougher matchups now. They did have a match against Leviathan earlier in the week, which tough in its own right, but and, finishing this week 1-on-1 against the likes of Leviathan and Centurions, that's a record they will gladly take. So very well done from SoFree. What a spectacle they just put on, though, here in OCE tonight. Fun game. And I see the chat appreciating it just as much. Aliosia, Silent, and Amlock, as well as Tokyo there. Intense, intense, intense. Wow. That said, like I was saying, clutch plays were guaranteed at some point, and went off the dome there. Always gonna hurt a little bit, but could have really gone either way. That said, we'll take a look here at the stats screen for you guys shortly, and you see, a lot of players kind of bumping in and out of the match there for either side, using those full rosters to their full extent. And on the side of Last Centurions, Clean Mike putting in 14 points, which is the game high. Very nicely played game, and really, like I said, all 3 rounds, Mike was putting in some dazzling maneuvers, basically. Just the jukes, the spins, and really able to take advantage of the close-range goals and get just about everything he wanted, including an assist and 4 saves, as well as 47 stuns, so leading in the stun department as well in the match, and doing well there. Daz Flyer putting in an assist, a save, a steal, and 8 stuns. So putting in some defensive stats. Shadow Rainer with 4 points and 8 stuns. Luigi Logic, a couple of assists and 7 saves, of course. 10 stuns as well. Big stats there. Now, Tipu, that's a nice stat line as well. 9 points are cool. 7 assists, though. Very cool. Yeah, great team play to not only score, but facilitate a ton of goals. 2 saves, 2 steals, and 33 stuns. Meanwhile, for SoFreeVR, the winners of this match, it was Boo with 2 and 2 in the points and assists, as well as a save, 3 steals, and 35 stuns. Dazzy Hazzy with 7 points, 4 assists. So pretty nice team plays there to score and facilitate. A couple of steals, a save, and 10 stuns. Had those 12 shot attempts as well, so definitely one of those forward-pushing players, aggressive. Great White contributing the 4 points, 2 steals, 33 stuns. You have Outback Blaze with 8 points. Some of those indeed from that backboard. And 35 stuns. And then Zane was in there for a little bit with us, 6 stuns there. And yeah, I mean, like I said, these teams utilizing their full rosters, and if we're so free. They were impressive before. I'm even more impressed now. That was some nice endings to that game. So that's it for everyone in the chat there. Appreciate you guys for joining me. We get those poll rewards, prediction polls. That note, let's see. So free. All right, yeah. So even an upset on the prediction polls. So with that, I'll complete that. As I recall, someone I think bet on the wrong team earlier on. Maybe was that correct? So maybe it worked out for you. Whatever the case is, though, good stuff. And why Silent? He's starting some rifts among the team chemistry already. You guys just won, man. Lardo Renardo. Yes, this is indeed the last game, first and last game. I was planning on streaming maybe 1 or 2 more earlier on, but a combination of headaches, sore voice, and just general tiredness. I took a couple hours of nap, basically. I needed it. But I wanted to at least get something in here tonight for OCE, and we got the hype voted match of the night, most hype voted match of the night. So glad we could at least do that for you guys. And for me, for that matter. Like I said, I benefit too because I get to cast awesome games. Yeah, there are some more OCE matches later, a little bit later on, a couple of them anyways. Astria and Cosmic Legion, and Fua Friends versus Dragon Slayers. Looks like also a very early European Master match, at least compared to the usual. Team Gravity, your back-to-back European champions in the Master Division over there, will be playing the Jesters, and that's actually just, 4 hours away? So 3.5 hours away, something like that. So, yeah, you got some interesting ones ahead, and don't forget, of course, the venue streams later on, where we'll showcase potentially 4 European Master matches. And that one happens at 11 a.m. Pacific time, which would be 6 p.m. UTC. I'm not going to try and convert that to AEST. Apologies, I still don't have that by memory. But essentially, that's happening 7 hours and 10 minutes from now. So, if you have venues, go check that out. Eliosia, am I casting tomorrow nights? Yeah, most likely. I imagine. Let's see what is on tomorrow for OCE. Basically, you should be able to expect at least a match or 2 on most nights for OCE from me for the rest of the season. I know Cycle 1 was kind of lacking, and that was purely because just a lot of busyness and a lot of things on my to-do list, on the VRML backend and whatnot. But credit to our other casters, our production leads. They came in and definitely helped offload a lot of stuff. So I've been able to cast much more. Therefore, you can expect a lot more Palidore on the streams for the next, the last 6 or 7 weeks. From the rest of this regular season and to the finals and such. So, yeah. Don't know what I'll be casting, but yeah, probably at least 4 days, 5 days out of the week, you can probably expect OCE casts. All right, yeah. Anything else there, Twitch chat, before I part off? Always happy to have you guys here joining me. Keeping me company and supporting the teams, and or scouting the teams, whatever your motives are. But yeah, otherwise, I'll head off here in a second. I do want to shout out, by the way, we hit kind of a cool milestone here in OCE last night when I was doing those streams. Past 700,000 channel views on VRML 1 here. So that was pretty cool. We've already gotten 2,200 more views since then, just in the last 24 hours alone. But yeah, and then combine that with VRML 2 and 3 as well as VRML main. We are like in the millions at this point, maybe close to 2 million or so. But as far as our main channel here, 700K, not bad. We'll definitely be hitting a million quite possibly by the end of this season or sometime in Season 5. So I thought that was neat. Anyway. Alright, I guess that's it for me. So everyone there, thanks again for joining. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you're from. I've been Palidore. This has been VRML. This has been my Echo Fidget Spinner. Have a good one. Be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other. I'll see you again really soon.
And we're underway. Save. Steal. Interception.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.